Developer update June 2024. The 8.1 update. The 8.1 update approaches. Read on to divulge the major changes. The Night.png. Wow. Oh. The Night rework. Interesting, okay. Each guard has a speciality, so if we added the ability to choose the right guard for each situation. This will provide a nice boost in power and quality of life. Patrol paths must be at least 10 meters in length. Added a multiplier to guard hunt time. Patrol paths must be at least 10 meters in length. Okay, so there's no instantly plopping a guard down. So if you do a patrol path, you're committing to it. That's nice. Added a multiplier to guard hunt time based on path length. Longer paths increase hunt up to a maximum of 1.5%. 150% of the normal duration. That is quite interesting. When the knight is within 8 meters of his guards, the guard hunt timer depletes 3 times faster. Oh, so if you chase it down together, then it's gonna be weaker, okay? But if you let the guard chase on its own, then yeah, it's gonna be stronger. Quite interesting. I mean, either the guard is gonna get a free hit or he won't, right? There's no in between. Like you waste a little bit of time, but it's either or. So either it gets free hits and it's gonna be insanely OP, or it doesn't get free hits and it's not gonna be that strong. Dropping a guard at your feet in a loop is often the best choice, but leaves little counterplay for the survivor. True. Reduce the Carnifex hunt time to 12 seconds. Oh, okay, they're splitting the power. The Carnifex was by far the best. Because he could do everything. He was chasing for a long time. He had everything that mattered. He had long chase. You could break pallets fast. So I think they're kind of shifting the power there. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. And the Jailer is actually becoming useful. 24 seconds. The Carnifex was probably the best. Yeah. Okay, that's literally what I said. Oh, the Carnifex breaks even faster. Okay. Assassin breaks faster. And Jailer also a bit faster. Cool. And the detection radius is increased. Map of the Realm and Pillage Meat were fan favorite add-ons, so have incorporated some of their effects into base kit. Nice! Map of the Realm base kit, baby. Wow, that's very nice and very necessary. You needed to run that add-on. So it's cool to see that partially being base kit. And we have Singularity. Taking control of a biopod will now cause it to aim at the nearest survivor within line of sight. So there's auto-aim on the biopod if you go into them. Okay, after 0.25 seconds, targeting progress now decays. After 0.25 seconds, targeting progress now decays over the next 5 seconds. Okay. When controlling a biopod, survivor now only grow when they can be targeted. Okay. Decrease biopod targeting cooldown after slipstream is survivor to 3 seconds. So this means it's pretty easy to see if you can actually get attack on someone or you can't. That's a good change. Improve your eye when using biopods when shooting with the killer. The Singularity can be hard to learn but deadly when mastered, so we made some adjustments to make targeting survivors with biopods easier. These changes won't have a significant effect on those who have already mastered the Singularity. So the goal is to make it more accessible, but don't hinder people who already mastered this guy. So Singularity is one of the least played killers in the game, I think. He never really happened. And yeah, making him more accessible is probably the way to go, because it's just, there's too much going on with Singularity and you need too much effort. And the skill floor is just, yeah, well, it's pretty low. And cool, so Singularity can also now destroy controlled biopods. So you have to control them, but that's going to be so useful to manage your web. Because that's one of the things that is so damn hard about today's Singularity. The killer can now hear audio by default when controlling a biopod. Nice, so you have audio. That is a significant buff, by the way. You can hear people, and if someone is injured and resetting somewhere next to a biopod, you will be able to hear it. Some quality of life improvements. Biopods now have audio without needing an add-on. Nice. The killer now receives Kill Instinct when a survivor is slipstreamed. Okay, so that's gonna make it a tiny bit easier to track, I guess, where the Slipstream Survivor is once you go back. The last controlled biopod has its aura revealed in yellow for 10 seconds. I guess it's a bit to help newer players orient themselves. Cool. Switching between biopods and Singularity can be disorienting, but we've made some changes. The Singularity gains 3% haste while in overclock. Soma family photo. Partially base kit, that's good. Everyone ran that add-on ever. Like they said, was so loved, and yeah, that's a good decision to make it base kit, because Singularity did not feel the same if you didn't have the add-on on, and was one of the necessity add-ons. And yeah, it's cool to see that. I think the Soma family photo right now is 5%. 3% base is really, really cool. Overclock duration no longer scales with number of Slipstream survivors. Okay. Increase overclock base duration to 5.7. Okay, that's quite a significant change. That's 1 extra second. Stun caused by survivor during overclock mode will now cause overheat. Stuns caused by perks will now cause overheat. Okay. Head-on, he can be head-oned. Interesting. The Soma, yeah, fair. Added an aim assist effect to shooting Slipstream survivors. Okay, I need to see how that plays out. Increased in aim assist increased in aim assist when creating a biopod. Oh, so it has like a bit of a magnet effect. Okay, that's cool. Can be really frustrating sometimes if you have to hit 1 pixel to hit a biopod. Holy English, I know, man. When attempting to teleport to a survivor or place a biopod, a slight change could cause your shot to miss. Yep, true. EMP printing is now limited to 97%. So that means survivors will not be able to just grab an EMP while in chase. They need to interact with the object for a few seconds. Okay, that means it's more of a team-based activity and you cannot just grab one in chase, which might not be the worst thing. Supply classes that have reached the passive printing limit now have the aura reveals in yellow. That's okay, that will make it easier for survivors to know when the MP is ready and can be grabbed. Disabled biopods will pulse shortly before they reactivate. So there are a bunch of quality of life changes to make this killer easier to play. And also to counterplay it to some extent, I guess. Decrease the aura reading of supply cases. Sauer, thank you so much for Prime. Interesting. Decrease immunity when slipstream after using MP to 3.35 seconds. Wow, that's almost nothing, actually. MPs are an essential tool to play against Singularity, but they can be too plentiful at times, making it hard for the killer to use their power. So there's a problem, right? Because what matters here is how good does the Singularity use their power, and it's absolutely correct that lower tier players, or if you're new to the killer, EMPs feel extremely overwhelming and they shut down your power almost entirely. If you get good at the killer, it's not that much of a problem because there's an EMP economy that you need to fight survivors over. You need to slipstream like at least 2 survivors a minute. Let's just say, just to put a number on it, right? If you hit that goal, then you will A, make sure that survivors don't have plenty of EMPs to fall back on, and B, that they don't all have one in hand. Once you lose that fight and everyone has an EMP in hand, it is incredibly hard to claw back. But this will probably not really change. And if you change that, it's going to be easier to get to the maximum effect where EMPs don't do much for you. But like, I don't think like the base of this really changed. Yeah. All right, cool. Reduce the time to switch back. Singularity. Okay, the hook penalty is almost gone. Let's go. 1.5 felt so bad. Felt absolutely incredibly bad. I don't think it did much in terms of camping. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Anything that is like anti-face camp, I consider a failure. I'll be honest. I just think it is. Nothing of it feels good. It all feels extremely artificial and bad. And it doesn't really help the issue much. So I think the downsides are just higher than the upsides. Darkness revealed. Increase the aura reveal duration to 8 seconds. Okay, that's a decent buff. Cool number buff. The perk is not that strong. There are a few killers who can use that well, but like nobody's going to open a locker to activate Darkness Revealed. Putting this to 8 seconds is a really good change. I'm all ears. Reduce the cooldown to 30 seconds. I'm all ears can be really useful, but currently has a fairly long cooldown. So the problem with these things is like there's always one thing that will always hold these things back. It's just NAS. Let's be honest. Like anything that has a direct aura read on Survivor is just ridiculously strong on NAS. And yeah, that will always hold back these kind of perks. Trail of Torment, change the cooldown to 30 seconds. Half the cooldown on Trail of Torment. I love this change. The unknown perk, Undone, I think, kind of like superseded Trail by like a significant margin because it couldn't get reduced. It couldn't get taken away by survivors, and also a 30-second cooldown. So Trail of Torment to 30 seconds. Love this change. I'm a big fan of this perk. Feels amazing to use. And this will definitely put it on the radar and make it a lot more useful. Oppression. Reduce the cooldown to 40 seconds. That's half the cooldown on Oppression. Oppression had a very long cooldown, so we cut it in half. Bro. Dude, you want to cut everything in half that's long? That's crazy. Yeah. 40 seconds. Cool. I don't know. I feel like Oppression will always be a perk that is just better on the lower end when people are more likely to miss the skill checks. But one thing that is super good about this perk is that it can make gens start regressing, even if you're not there. Even if you're not there, you can make any gen the survivors are probably not working on, you can make it start regressing with Oppression, which is like the hidden value. And I think this perk might just find its niche now, actually. It might just find its niche. We'll have to see. But yeah. Dragon's Grip. Reduce the cooldown to 40 seconds. Interesting. That is half the cooldown together with Trail. Yeah, well, we're on the same page here, I guess. Wow, that's going to be insane. I think these perks should be more meta and should be incentivized more. This is a great change. 80 seconds is way too much. The activation time is not that long on Dragon's Grip. Once you know, you cannot play it. And yeah, both Trail and Dragon's Grip getting massive, massive buffs on their cooldowns. Love to see it. I think these are good number changes that will definitely make the game better. The wet kick meta, bro. No, that's not a thing. Not the wet kicks again. We forgot about that one. Machine learning. Increase the duration to 60 seconds. That is doubled. So the thing about machine learning, you need to kick a gen, then the perk activates, then you kick another gen, and then if that gen gets completed, then you get the effect. That's a lot of setup. And that's what they said. It's really tricky to activate. 60 seconds, kind of insane because there's 10% haste on machine learning. Getting that for 60 seconds is kind of ridiculous. Bro, can I get the pictures or no? Like, can I not? No? No pictures? Not for me? Okay, fair. Well, I hate you too. Alright, cool. So, yeah, well, we need to see. But I think the activation is so tricky that I think this is totally fine. Maybe reload the page. Bro, I just did though. I have pictures. No, I don't have pictures. What the fuck? Dude, am I banned? Autodidact. Decrease the starting skill check penalty to 15% from 25%. This means you'll get 10% more per stack all the way through, by the way. So max autodidact songs have been increased by 10%. Cool change. Autodidact is not the strongest perk. Can absolutely make work though. Can work. Yeah, with some luck. Bro, you kind of need luck, but yeah, good change. I don't think anyone is going to complain about this. Autodidact is a really cool perk, good to use. Making it a little bit stronger won't hurt. Empathetic Connection. Increase healing speed bonus to 30%. So Empathetic Connection, the survivor that is injured can see you, not the other way around. And now the healing speed bonus is 30 instead of 10. Cool. I like it. Not a bad idea. Empathetic Connection kind of as a perk basically doesn't exist. And increasing the numbers a little bit is going to have a huge effect, and maybe people are going to play this. And now, the thing that everyone is hyped about, Iron Will is back, baby. Grunts of Pain are reduced by 100%. 100% songs. Jeff mains are back in business. They don't have to be afraid anymore. Which is super good. And yeah, this is going to probably make Iron Will... I don't know, it's going to be a good perk, let's put it that way. But I think you still have to not be exhausted. So this will definitely put Iron Will back into the meta, I'm convinced. but you can maybe use it with Dead Hard again. But yeah, well, it has a condition to it. It's not quite what the old one was. Resurgence. Increase the healing granted to the unhooked to 70%. This is quite insane, especially when paired with leader. You can probably get someone healed up in like, I don't know, 3-4 seconds, which is kind of good. I don't think Resurgence ever had like a big effect on anything. And yeah, it's a little weak and activates twice per match. Fair, 70%. That's gonna be a strong anti-tunnel tool. Like it. Yeah, Resurgence was already nice, but it's niche, right? It's niche. I think it's good. Making this niche perk a tiny bit better. Solidarity. Increase the healing conversion rate to 70%. So if you heal someone, you're 70% healed instead of 50. This perk was already nice, just like Resurgence, but now it's probably gonna be pushed a little bit more in the right direction to have a little bit more diversity on perks, which I can appreciate. I think that's a good thing overall. Cool. Because the condition is quite steep. You need to be injured, the guy next to you needs to be injured. So if these conditions are met, then yeah, you can get massive value. Alright, Babysitter. Increase duration of haste and pools of blood hiding to 30 seconds. This is the new anti-tunnel meta. Board time used to be the meta, and I think this is the reposition tool that we've all been waiting for. Dude, can I see the picture now? Can I just not? Okay, no mind. Alright, cool. How much haste is it? Babysitter duration was low, causing it to not provide much value. Yeah, cool. I mean, if you are the type of player that is really strong and wants to help the solo queue teammates, or you want to help someone that might get tunneled, then this perk is going to be the one to bring. Right now, there was nothing to fill that niche, and I think this is a great change, and it's going to put Babysitter back into the meta. I think this is probably going to be a healthier anti-tunnel perk than most. Which is really, really cool. Hooks. Hooks that a survivor has been sacrificed on will repair themselves after 60 seconds. W change! Bro, this has taken 8 years! Oh my god, it's finally happened! Like, it's so bad because, like, if you get rid of the wrong hook, then someone can die in the corner and you're forced to bleed them out. It is such bad gameplay. Huge change. Finally happened. No, I think it leads to garbage gameplay. Like, unless you want to get bled out in the corner, then I don't know what you're complaining about. That's a huge W change. Like, it's just garbage to take advantage of, like, the hook RNG. I don't know. The hook RNG is not consistent enough to deal with this. That's what I'm going to say. Added new layout variations to Yamaoka and Almond. Yeah, well, we need to see apple pie frame footprinter. It's a good footprint, to be honest. It's pretty decent. Was this article helpful? Yeah, I think it was. Cool. That's a great change. I love a lot of this. I love that hooks are gonna respawn. I love all the minor buffs. Babysitter's gonna have a huge effect. 30 seconds now. This is massive changes. Huge W's being farmed. Overall, autodidact. Machine learning. I'm not sure about this one. This might be too oppressive, but we'll need to see. Dragon Script buff, oppression buff, trail buff, I'm all ears buff. Might be too oppressive with Nas. We gotta see. I'm not sure about the singularity change. We'll need to play it. The night, we'll need to play it. It's impossible to say without gameplay. But overall, good direction. I like what I'm seeing here. And yeah, can't wait to see the BTB.